might not be knowing about you. So, Vasudevan Raghavan is a software professional living in Frankfurt. He has a BTech in mechanical engineering from IIT, BHU, and an MBA from IIM Bangalore. He has been a disciple of his guru, Swami Parama, Paramathananda, who lives in Chennai from 2013. And through the lectures of his guru, Vasudevan has been able to acquire deep knowledge of the Vaidika Sampradayam, Advaita Vedanta, and other related topics like Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads, Brahma Sutra, and other advanced granthas. Swami Paramathananda is the direct disciple of Swami Dayanand Saraswati, who is in turn a direct disciple of Swami Chinmayananda, the founder of Chinmaya Mission. Vasudevan has been teaching Srimad Bhagavad Gita from 2013 to a small set of audience in Frankfurt and has completed 2 rounds of teaching the meaning of the entire Srimad Bhagavad Gita, each round spanning a 4-year period. He has also taught the chanting of Srimad Bhagavad Gita over a 2-year period between November 2021 and November 2023. In addition, he has also taught other granthas like Atma Bodha, Tattva Bodha, and Viveka Chudamani. In Frankfurt, Vasudevan and his wife Malati were instrumental in starting the Parayanam Frankfurt group in 2010, which has now grown into a large extended family consisting of over 50 to 60 families who meet regularly and chant, among other shlokas, Shri Vishnu Sahasranamam. Among the other activities of the Parayanam Frankfurt group, celebration of the Ganesh Chaturthi as a public event has been a central piece. So I welcome you, Vasudevan ji, and the stage is now yours. Before you get to the session, I would just in the chat I found an online link to the Pattabhiskekam Sarga. So I am posting it in the chat. Whoever wants to open it and read along and try to chant along with sir is most welcome.
So,
Yes.
thank you, Mrinalini ji, for the introduction, very kind introduction. And I'd like to thank this Adhyatmavari group for having given me this divine opportunity to read the Pattabhisheka Sargam of Srimad Ramayana on this auspicious occasion of Ramnavami. At the outset, I would like to wish all of you who have logged in here a very happy and divine and auspicious Ramnavami. And so with that, I will go straight into the topic assigned to me for today. So I will be reading the what is called the Pattabhisheka Sarga, or the coronation chapter of Srimad Ramayana, which happens to be the last Sarga of the Yuddhakandam. It is generally considered the 128th Sarga of Yuddhakandam, but in some books it is also listed as the 131st Sarga. And on Monday, when Malati gave Adhyatma Ramayanam, no, this Sankshepa Ramayanam presentation, she already gave an overview of Valmiki Ramayanam, so I don't think I need to repeat that. So this session, what I will try to do is, generally before the Ramayana chapters are started, we chant some shlokas. It takes about 2 minutes. And then I will start reading the Sargam proper. And I will stop after about 15-20 shlokas, depending on where there is a logical change of topic, and try to explain what those 15-20 shlokas talk about. And it will be a very brief summary kind of explanation. So I will not go by shloka by shloka or word by word explanation. I'll just give a gist of what that section talks about. This sarga consists of about 128 shlokas, and normally if I just read it, 125, yeah, if I just read it without stop, it will take about 20 minutes. But because I'm going to stop in between and give some explanations, it could be about maybe 40 minutes, 35 to 40 minutes. So that's kind of setting expectations to the audience as to what to expect in this session. With that, I will begin the shloka chanting proper. Om Asmad Gurubhyo Namaha. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Kujantam Rama Rameti Madhuram Madhuraksharam Aruhya Kavita Shakham Vande Valmiki Kokilam Valmike Munisammasya Kavita Vanacharinaha Shunvan Ramakatha Nadam Konayati Parangatim Yappiban Satatam Ramacharitamrita Sagaram Atriptastam Munim Mande Prachetasamakalmasham Gospadikrita Varashim Ashakikrita Rakshasam Ramayana Mahamala Ratnam Mande Anilatmajam Anjananandanam Veeram Janaki Shokanashanam Kapisham Akshahantaram Vande Lanka Bhayankaram Manojavam Martatulya Vegam Jitendriyam Buddhimatam Varishtham Vatatmajam Vanarayutha Mukyam Sri Ramadutam Shirasa Namami Ullanghya Sindhoho Salilam Salilam Yashokavanyam Janakatmajaya Adaya Teneva Dadahalankam Namamitam Pranjali Ranjaneyam Anjaneyam Atipatalananam Kanchanadri Kamaniya Vigraham Parijata Tarumula Vasinam Bhavayami Pavamananandanam Yatra Yatra Raghunatha Kirtanam Tatra Tatra Kradamastak Bashpavari Paripurna Lochanam Marutim Namatha Rakshasantakam Veda Vedye Pare Pumsi Jate Dasharathatmaje Veda Prachetasadasit Sakshat Ramayanatmana Tadupagata Samasa Sandhiyogam Samamadhuropanatartha Raghuvara Charitam Muni Pranitam Dasya Shirashascha Vadham Nishamayadhvam Sri Raghavam Dasharathatmajam Aprameyam Sitapatim Raghukulanvay Ratnadipam Ajanubahum Aravinda Talaitaksham Ramam Nishachara Vinashakaram Namami Vaidehi Sahitam Suradrumatale Haime Mahamandape Madhye Pushpakamasane Manimaye Virasane Susthitam Agre Vachayati Prabhanjana Sute Tattvam Munibhya Param Vyakhyantam Bharatadivihi Parivritam Ramam Bhaje Shyamalam Atha Yuddhakande Ashtavinshatyadhikashatatamaha Sargaha Bharatena Sriramaya Rajyasya Punah Pratyarpanam Sriramasya Nagare Gamanam Rajyabhishekaha Vanaranam Prasthapanam Granthasya Mahatmyam Cha Shirasyanjali Madhaya Kaikeyi Nandivardhanaha Babhashe Bharato Jyeshtham Ramam Satyaparakramam Pujita Mamika Mata Dattam Rajyamidam Mama Tad Dadami Punastubhyam Yatha Tvamadada Mama धुरमेकाकिनान्यस्तां वृषभेण बलीयसा किशोरवद्गुरुं भारं न वोढुमहमुत्सहे वारिवेगेन महता भिन्न सेतुरिवक्षरन् दुर्बन्धनमिदं मन्ये राज्यच्छिद्रमसंवृतं गतिं खर इवाश्वस्य हंसस्येव च वायसः नान्वेतुमुत्सहे वीर तव मार्गमरिन्दम यथा चारोपितो वृक्षो जातश्चान्तर्निवेशने महानपि दुरारोहो महास्कन्ध प्रशाखवान् शीर्येत पुष्पितो भूत्वा न फलानि प्रदर्शयन् तस्य नानुभवेदर्थं यस्य हेतो सरोष्पितः एषोपमा महाबाहो त्वमर्थं वेत्तुमर्हसि यद्यस्मान् मनुजेन्द्रत्वं भर्ता भृत्यान् न शाधिः जगदद्याभिषिक्तं त्वामनुपश्यतु राघव प्रतपन्तमिवादित्यं मध्याह्ने दीप्ततेजसं तूर्यसङ्घातनिर्घोषैः काञ्चीनूपुरनिस्वनैः मधुरैर्गीतशब्दैश्च प्रतिबुद्ध्य स्वशेष्व च यदा यावदा वर्तते चक्रं यावती च वसुन्धरा तावत् त्वमिह लोकस्य स्वामित्वमनुवर्तय. So up to this point is Bharata talking. You know, when Rama spends the 14 years in the forest, Bharata and Shatrughna are ruling over Ayodhya as the regent or representative of Rama by keeping his Paduka on the throne, and they are based out of Nandigrama. Conversation or speech to Rama requesting him to take the kingdom back from his responsibility. So he gives some examples as to how administering the country is a very complicated task, and that he is not actually the right person, the fit person to do that. So he requests Rama not to refuse to take the kingdom, because that you give the kingdom back to me when I ask for it. So now Bharata is requesting, don't say that I will take the kingdom after I ask for it. I am giving you the kingdom on my own. I don't want this responsibility. So please take it from me and relieve me of this burdensome responsibility. So that is the gist of these 11 shlokas. Now we'll go to the 12th shloka. Bharatasya vachah shrutva Ramaha parapuranjayah tatheti pratijagraha nishasadasane shubhe ततः शत्रुघ्नवचनान् निपुणाः श्मश्रुवर्धनाः सुखहस्ताः सुशीघ्राश्च राघवं पर्यवारयन् पूर्वं तु भरते स्नाते लक्ष्मणे च महाबले सुग्रीवं वानरेन्द्रे च राक्षसेन्द्रे विभीषणे विशोधितजट स्नातश्चित्रमाल्यानुलेपनः महार्हवसनोपेतस्तस्थौ तत्र श्रिया ज्वलन् प्रतिकर्म च रामस्य कारयामास वीर्यवान् लक्ष्मणस्य च लक्ष्मीवान् इक्ष्वाकुकुलवर्धनः प्रतिकर्म च सीतायाः सर्वा दशरथः स्त्रियः आत्मनैव तदा चक्रुर्मनस्विन्यो मनोहरम् ततो वानरपत्नीनां सर्वासामेव शोभनम् चक्कार यत्नात् कौसल्या प्रहृष्टा पुत्रवत्सला ततः शत्रुघ्नवचनात् सुमन्त्रो नाम सारथिः योजयित्वाभिचक्राम रथं सर्वाङ्गशोभनम्. So in these slokas, Valmiki describes that, Rama, Lakshmana, Sita, and even Bharata, Shatrughna, they all get rid of their, jata and, the extra beard and mustache and all that which might have grown over 14 years. So you should remember that Rama and Lakshmana were in the forest for 14 years. And so there was no facility for them to shave regularly. There was no barber in the forest. So you can imagine how much of beard and mustache would have grown and how much of hair would have grown in those 14 years. So all that had to be shaven off and they had to be brought back to a sort of a civilized look. So the Shatrughna arranges for some barbers to, clean off the hair and facial hair of Lakshmana and Shatrughna, Bharata and Rama also. And similarly, Sita also had to be decorated because she was in the Ravana's custody for almost a year, and she had not eaten properly. She did not change properly, so she had to be, practically cleaned up, sanitized. So all that happens in these shlokas. So the barbers are invited. The barbers, shave off the menfolk, and they all, take a good bath and get dressed up in good clothes. You should remember when Rama went to the forest, he did not wear the normal clothes. He's supposed to have worn a dress made of the wooden bark, bark from the trees. So now that they have returned from the Vanavasa, they are now being dressed in normal, city clothes. So that is the description of these shlokas. Now we will go to the next section. Tata Shatrughna Vachanat Sumantro Nama Saratihi Yojayitvaabhichakrama Ratham Sarvanga Shobhanam Agnyar Kamala Sankasham Divyam Drishtva Ratham Sthitam Aruroha Mahabahu Ramaha Parapuranjayah Sugrivo Hanuman Shaiva Mahendra Sadrishadyuti Snatau Divya Nibhair Vastrair Jagmatu Shubhakundalau Sarvabharana Jushtascha Yayustaha Shubhakundalaha Sugrivavatnya Sita cha Drashtum Nagaramutsukaha Ayodhyayam cha Sachiva Ragyo Dasharathasya cha Purohitam Puraskritya Mantrayamasuratthavat Ashoko Vijayaschaiva Siddharthascha Samahitaha Mantrayan Ramavriddhyartham Nagarasya cha सर्वमेवाभिषेकार्थं जयार्हस्य महात्मनः कर्तुमर्हथ रामस्य यद्यन्मङ्गलपूर्वकम् इति ते मन्त्रिणः सर्वे सन्दिश्य च पुरोहितः नगरान् निर्ययुस्तूर्णं Ramadarshana buddhayah hariyuktam sahasraksho rathamindra ivanagha prayayau rathamasthaya ramo nagaramuttamam. So in this section, we we see that Shatrughna arranges for a chariot, Ratham, to take Rama from Nandigrama into the city of Ayodhya. And so the entire entourage consisting of Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata, Shatrughna, Sita, Sugriva, Vibhishana, Hanuman, all the Vanaras, all of them get ready, dressed well, decorate themselves, with all ornaments and so on, and they mount the chariot and they proceed towards Ayodhya. And on the other side in Ayodhya, the ministers of Ayodhya, they call the Purohitas and instruct them to start making arrangements for the Rajyabhisheka of Rama, which we will see in more detail in a subsequent section. But here we are just given a very brief introduction to the discussion between ministers and the Purohitas, that everything that is required for Rama's Rajyabhisheka should be prepared, and the preparations are started. Okay. So then the mantris start moving from Ayodhya to the Nandigrama part, and they want to meet Rama. So the mantris have not yet met Rama, so they will now come and meet Rama. Hariyuktam sahasraksho rathamindra ivanagha prayayau rathamasthaya ramo nagaramuttamam jagraha bharato rashmin shatrughna chatramadade lakshmano vyajanam tasya मूर्ध्नि संवीजयन् तदा श्वेतं च वालव्यजनं जगृह परितस्थितः अपरं चन्द्रसङ्काशं राक्षसेन्द्रो विभीषणः ऋषिसङ्घैस्तदाकाशे देवैश्च समरुद्गणैः सूयमानस्य रामस्य शुश्रुवे मधुरध्वनिः ततः शत्रुञ्जयं नाम कुञ्जरं पर्वतोपमम् आरुरोह महातेजाः सुग्रीवः प्लवगर्षभः नवनागसहस्राणि ययुरास्थाय वानराः मानुषं विग्रहं कृत्वा सर्वाभरणभूषिताः शङ्खशब्दप्रणादैश्च दुन्दुभीनां च निस्वनैः प्रययौ पुरुषव्याघ्रस्तां पुरीं हर्म्यमालिनीं ददृशुस्ते समायान्तं राघवं सपुरःसरं विराजमानं वपुषा रथेनातिरथं तदा ते वर्धयित्वा काकुत्स्थं रामेण प्रतिनन्दिताः अनुजग्मुर्महात्मानं मातृभिः परिवारितम् अमात्यैर्ब्राह्मणैश्चैव तथा प्रकृतिभिर्वृतः श्रिया विरुरुचे रामो नक्षत्रैरिव चन्द्रमाः स पुरोगामिभिस्तूर्यैस्तालस्वस्तिकपाणिभिः प्रव्याहरद्भिर्मुदितैर्मङ्गलानि वृतो ययौ अक्षतं जातरूपं च गावः कन्याः सहद्विजाः नरा मोदकहस्ताश्च रामस्य पुरतो ययुः. So this section talks about how Rama and his entourage actually start moving towards Ayodhya. And here there is a line that says Sugriva mounts an elephant called Shatrunjayam, and other Vanaras are also mounted on some 9,000 elephants. Naga Sahasrani. Navanaga Sahasrani is 9,000 elephants. Though the word Naga here means elephant. Okay. And then the people in the city also come out towards Rama's location, and they are carrying a lot of Mangalavastu, like Modakam, okay, and some Akshata. Akshata is a mixture of rice and turmeric powder. So all these people are carrying all the Mangalavastus, and they are meeting Rama halfway, and all the people are excited to see Rama after 14 years. And so that is the description in this section. Takhyam cha Rama Sugrive Prabhavam Chalinatmaje Vanaranam cha Tatkarma Hyachakshetha Mantrinam Shrutva cha Vismayam Jagmur Ayodhya Puravasinah Vanaranam cha Tatkarma Rakshasanam cha Tadbalam Vibhishanasya Samyogam Achak Vibhishanasya Samyogam Achakshetha mantrinam द्युतिमान एतदाख्याय रामो वानर संयुतः पृष्ठपुष्टजनाकीर्णमयोध्यां प्रविवेश सः ततो ह्यभ्युच्छ्रयन् पौराः पताकाश्च गृहे गृहे ऐक्ष्वाकुयुषितं रम्यम् आससाद पितुर्गृहम् अथाब्रवीत् राजपुत्रो भरतं धर्मिणां वरम्. So this section describes how Rama eventually arrives at the palace, and as they move from outside the city to the palace, Rama has a conversation with the ministers and describes to them all the adventures they had, in the last 14 years, or especially in the last 1 year, along with Sugriva and Vibhishana. And the ministers, hearing these stories from Rama, are really wonderstruck, and the people around who are also listening to this story, they are also really wonderstruck, and they're all praise for the valor and strength and courage of Vibhishana, Sugriva, and Rama, and all those people. So it's a very brief, summary on what passed on in the Vanavasa stage, all the Rama Ravana Yuddham and all that. So that is given in a very brief in 2 shlokas here. Okay, and finally they reach the palace, and Aikshvakabhyushitam Ramyam Asasada Piturgriham. So they reach the palace of Dasharatha, which is now the palace of Rama. Athabravid Rajaputro Bharatam Dharminam Varam Arthopahitaya Vacha Madhuram Raghunandana Piturbhavanam Asadya Pravishya cha Mahatmanah Kausalyam cha Sumitram cha Kaikeyi Abhivadya cha Tacha Madbhavanam Sreshtham Sashoka Vanikam Mahat Mukta Vaidurya Sankirnam Sugrivaya Nivedaya Tasya tad Vachanam Shrutva Bharatah Satyavikramah Haste Grihitva Sugrivam Pravivesha Tamalayam. So in these few shlokas, the description is Rama and the entourage, they reach the palace, and there Rama pays his respect to the 3 mothers, Kausalya, Kaikeyi, and Sumitra. He does the namaskaram to them, and then tells Bharata that please give my palace for Sugriva to stay. And so it is, along with Rama, Vibhishana and Sugriva have come. Vibhishana is the king of Lanka now. Sugriva is the Vanara's king. And so both the kings have to be paid appropriate respect because they are also royal guests. So Rama indicates that between the two, Sugriva is more special to him because without the Vanarasena, he could not have conquered Ravana. So he gives a very special status to Sugriva by giving his own palace to Sugriva to stay for the duration of the Rajyabhisheka. So that is the message in these shlokas. Okay. Tasya tad vachanam shrutva bharatah satyavikramah haste grihitva sugrivam pravivesha tamalayam. So hearing this instruction from Rama, Bharata takes Sugriva by hand and takes him to Rama's palace. Then ततस्तैल प्रदीपांश्च पर्यङ्कास्तरणानि च गृहीत्वा विविशुः क्षिप्रं शत्रुघ्नेन प्रचोदिताः उवाचश्च महातेजाः सुग्रीवं राघवानुजः अभिषेकाय रामस्य दूतान् आज्ञापय प्रभो सौवर्णान् वानरेन्द्राणां चतुर्णां चतुरो घटान् ददौ क्षिप्रं स सुग्रीवः सर्वरत्न विभूषितान् तथा प्रत्यूष समये चतुर्णां सागराम्भसां पूर्णैर्घटैः प्रतीक्षध्वं तथा कुरुत वानराः एवमुक्ता महात्मानो वानरा वारणोपमाः उत्पेतुर्गगनं शीघ्रं गरुडा इव शीघ्रगाः जाम्बवांश्च हनुमांश्च वेगदर्शी च वानराः ऋषभश्चैव जलपूर्णानथानयन् नदीशतानां पञ्चानां जलं कुम्भैरुपाहरन् पूर्वात् समुद्रात् कलशं जलपूर्णमथानयत् तुषेणः सत्त्वसम्पन्नः सर्वरत्न विभूषितं ऋषभो दक्षिणात्तूर्णं समुद्राज्जलमानयत् रक्तचन्दनकर्पूरैः संवृतं काञ्चनं घटं गवयः पश्चिमात्तोयम् आजहार महार्णवात् रत्नकुम्भेन महता शीतं मारुतविक्रमः उत्तराच्च जलं शीघ्रं गरुडानिलविक्रमः आजहारस धर्मात्मानिलः सर्वगुणान्वितः ततस्तैर्वानरश्रेष्ठैरानीतं प्रेक्ष्य तज्जलम्. So in this section, Shatrugna makes a request to Sugriva to send the Vanaras in all the four directions to bring water from the four seas for the Abhisheka to be done to Rama. And he presents the Vanaras with four pots, Ratnamayam. They are supposed to be studded with the gems. So these are probably silver or gold pots, Kalasham, and he gives it to the Vanaras, four important people. And in addition, Hanuman and Jambavan also go and get waters from around 500 rivers. That's what is mentioned here. So Hanuman and Jambavan go around to get waters from 500 rivers, and then four important people go in four different directions to get water from the oceans in the four directions. Okay, so there is one Toyam, okay, Dakshinate, then Purvat Samudram, okay. Purvat Samudrat Kalasham Jalapurna Mathanete Sushena Sattva Sampana. So Sushena is the one who brings water from the eastern ocean. Then there is a Rishabha who brings water from the southern ocean. Then who's this? Gavayah Paschimat Toya Majahara Maharanam Rakta Chandana Karpura Samritam Kanchanam Ghatam. Okay. Uttaracha Jalam Shigram. Okay. Garuda Anila Vikramaha. So Anila, the Vanara by name Anila, brings water from the northern ocean, and I don't get the name for the Paschima. There is I'm not able to figure out, but somebody goes to the western ocean and gets the water from the western ocean, and all these kalashas of water are now ready and available for the Abhishekam to start. Okay. अभिषेकाय रामस्य शत्रुघ्नः सचिवैः सह पुरोहिताय श्रेष्ठाय सुहृद्भ्यश्च न्यवेदयत् ततः स प्रयतो वृद्धो वसिष्ठो ब्राह्मणैः सह रामं रत्नमये पीठे ससीतं सन्न्यवेशयत् वसिष्ठो वामदेवश्च जाबालिरथकाश्यपः कात्यायनः स्वयज्ञश्च गौतमो विजयस्तथा अभ्यषिञ्चन्नरव्याघ्रं प्रसन्नेन सुगन्धिना Salilena Sahasraksham Vasavo Vasavam Yatha. So these slokas describe the actual Abhishekam that is happening. So Shatrugna makes a request to the Purohitas to formally start the Abhishekam. So this happens on the next morning. The Vanaras go and get the water on a previous evening and overnight, and the water is available ready in the next early morning time. And on the morning time, the Purohitas come, they seat Rama and Sita in in a proper seat. And the Purohitas are not ordinary Purohitas, they are some of the greatest rishis of the time. We have some names here. We have Vasishtha, we have Vamadeva, we have Jabali, we have Kashyapaha, then Katyayanaha, Suyagnaha, then Gautama and Vijaya. So there are 8 very important rishis who come and perform the Rajya Abhisheka for Rama. They use the water collected by the Vanaras. And not only them, there are other people also who perform the Abhishekam. Shall we say, it's a very participative function, it seems. So, Abhyashinchan Naravyagram Prasannena Sugandhina Salilena Sahasraksham Vasavo Vasavam Yatha. ऋत्विग्भिर् ब्राह्मणैः पूर्वं कन्याभिर् मन्त्रिभिस्तथा योधैश्चैवाभ्यषिञ्चन्स्ते सम्प्रहृष्टैः सनैगमैः सर्वौषधिरसैश्चापि ओके देवतैर्नभसि स्थितैः चतुर्भिर्लोकपालैश्च सर्वदेवैश्च संगतैः. Okay, so after the Purohits have done with their Abhishekam, the Kanyas around, so the Kanyas are basically young girls within the age of 15-16 years. So the Kanyas come and perform the Abhishekam, then the ministers perform the Abhishekam, So all these people, as representatives of the people, they come and perform the abhishekam, and along with the waters, there are also a lot of herbal juices added to the water. So it is not plain water, it is a lot of herbal mixtures mixed in the water, and those are used for the abhishekam. Okay, then ब्रह्मणा निर्मितं पूर्वं किरीटं रत्नशोभितं अभिषिक्तः पुरायेन मनुस्तं दीप्ततेजसं तस्यान्ववाये राजानः क्रमाद् येनाभिषेचिताः सभायां हेमक्लिप्तायां शोभितायां महाधनैः रत्नैर्नानाविधैश्चैव चित्रितायां सुशोभनैः नानारत्नमये पीठे कल्पयित्वा यथाविधि किरीटेन ततः पश्चात् वसिष्ठेन महात्मना ऋत्विग्भिर्भूषणैश्चैव समयोक्ष्यत राघवः छत्रं तस्य जग्राह शत्रुघ्नः पाण्डुरं शुभं श्वेतं च वालव्यजनं सुग्रीवो वानरेश्वरः अपरं चन्द्रसङ्काशं राक्षसेन्द्रो विभीषणः मालां ज्वलन्तीं वपुषा काञ्चनीं शतपुष्कराम्. ओके, राघवाय ददौ वायुर्वासवेन प्रचोदितः सर्वरत्नसमायुक्तं मणिभिश्च विभूषितम् मुक्ताहारं नरेन्द्राय ददौ शक्रप्रचोदितः प्रजगुर्देवगन्धर्वा ननृतुश्चाप्सरो गणाः. So here, after the abhishekam is done, Rama is decorated with lot of ornaments. The first and foremost is a kiritam, the crown that is studded with gems and diamonds. And it is mentioned here that this kiritam was originally given to Ikshvaku. The Ikshvaku is the first king in this Surya Vamsha. So this kiritam or crown was given to Ikshvaku by Indra himself long back. So that kiritam has been coming down as a hereditary, inherited kiritam for all the kings in this Vamsha. So that kiritam Vasishtha places on the head of Rama, and then he's decked with lot of other ornaments, and same way with Sita also. And then he's seated on the throne formally, and you might have seen a lot of pictures of Rama's Pattabhiskekam where Rama, Sita, they are both seated on the throne, and then a whole lot of people are standing next to them holding different somebody holding an umbrella, somebody holding a chamaram and all that. So that is the description here. So the chatram or the umbrella, the chhatra is the symbol of the authority of the king. We have this Chhatrapati Shivaji. The Chhatrapati means he controls the entire kingdom under his umbrella. So that chatram or the umbrella is a symbol of the authority of the king, and that chatram Shatrughna is holding over the head of Rama, and the chamaram is held by Sugriva, and there are a few other things that other people are holding, and so there is a very resplendent garland or mala with gems that is offered to Rama, and apparently this mala has also been given by Indra. Then sarvaratna samayuktam manibhischa vibhushitam muktaharam narendraya dadau shakra prachoditah. So this muktaharam, this is a pearl, a string of pearls. Muktaharam is a string of pearls. So that is also given as a gift from Indra. And after this abhishekam is done, it says here that the devas and the gandharvas were very happy and they were dancing and singing. So that is the shloka there. Abhisheke tadarhasya tada ramasya dhimatah. Abhisheke tadarhasya tada ramasya dhimatah. Bhumihi sasyavati chaiva phalavantascha padapaha. Phalavantascha padapaha. Gandhavanti cha pushpani babhuvu Raghavotsave Sahasra Shatamashwanam Dhenunam cha Gavam tatha Dadau Shatavrishan Purvam Dvijebhyo Manujar Shabha Trimshat Koti Hiranyascha Brahmanebhyo Dadau Punaha Nanabharana Vastrani Maharhani cha Raghava Arkarashmi Pratikasham Kanchanim Manivigraham Sugrivaye Srajam Divyam Prayachan Manujadhipa Vaiduryamaya Chitrecha Chandrarashmi Vibhushite Valiputraya Dhritiman Angadayangade Dadau Manipravara Jushtam Tam Muktahara Manuttamam Sitayai Pradadau Rama Chandrarashmi Samaprabham Araje Vasasi Divye Shubhanya Bharananicha Avekshamana Vaidehi Pradadau Vayu Sunave. So here the description is about the return gift, as they say, So as king, now Rama is providing gifts to a lot of people around. He has, here it says that Trimshat Koti Hiranyasya. Trimshat Koti is 30 crores. So apparently Hiranyam is gold, So 30 crore packets of gold, you can call, were given to Brahmanas. Trimshat Koti Hiranyasya Brahmanebhyo Dadau Punaha. Okay, so all the Brahmanas who had assembled there were given gift of gold, and 30 crore such golden gifts were given. Then Nanabharana Vastrani Maharhani cha Raghava Arkarashmi Pratikasham Kanchani Manivigraham Sugrivaya Srajam Divyam Prayachan Manujadhipa. So Sugriva was given a lot of clothes and ornaments, not normal clothes, decorative silk kind of expensive clothes, dress material, you can say, that was given to Sugriva. And Hanuman was given some special haram and other such ornaments as special gift, and everybody else who was assembled were also given appropriate gifts. So not to mention, Vibhishana and his entourage also received some gifts. Okay, then Sita was given another expensive ornament, and that gift Sita handed over to Hanuman. Okay, and it is not stopping there. Then Avamuchyatmanah Kantad Haram Janakanandini Avaikshata Harin Sarvan Bhartaram cha Muhurmuhu Tam Ingitagnya Sampreksha Babhashe Janakatmajam Pradehi Subhage Haram Yasya Tushtasi Bhamini Athasa Vayuputraya Tam Haram Asitekshana Tejo Dhritir Yashodaksham Samarthyam Vinayonaya. So, after giving this special ornament to Hanuman, Sita actually takes a golden chain that she is wearing in her own neck. He takes it from her neck, keeps it in her hand, and then looks at Rama as though asking for permission. And Rama understands that Sita wants to give this to somebody, and so Rama says, "You give this to whoever you want, to give." And that golden chain also Sita hands over to Hanuman, because Hanuman is very special for Sita. If you recall the story in Sundarakanda, at one point Sita was almost desperate that she wanted to kill herself. At that point, Hanuman reaches there and he tells Sita, that Rama actually has sent him. He is a messenger from Rama, and Rama will be invading Lanka. And so please, don't be in a hurry. Don't take any harsh decisions. So because of that, Sita, actually her life is saved. And so as a mark of her gratitude, so to say, towards Hanuman, Sita gives him this special gift of golden chain. Then she praises her. Tejo dhritir yasho dakshyam samarthyam vinayonayah paurusham vikramo buddhir yasmin netani nityada Hanuman stena harena shushubhe vanarashabha chandramshu chaya gaurena shvetabhrena yathachalah. So while giving the haram, Sita praises Hanuman and says, "Hey Hanuman, you have tejas, dhriti, yashas, dakshyam, samarthyam, vinayam, paurusham, vikramam, buddhi. So all these characters are your qualities. So this is a gift for your qualities. So paurusham, vikramam, all these are different shades of courage and presence of mind and the physical strength, the mental strength, all that. Tejaha, dhriti is determination. So Sita praises Hanuman for having all these qualities. Then Hanuman is very happy and extremely pleased by this praise from Sita and this special attention from Sita. Okay, Sarve Vanara Vruddhascha Yechanye Vanarottamaha Vasobhir Bhushanaischaiva Yatharham Pratipujitaha Vibhishanotha Sugrivo Hanuman Jambavans Tatha Sarve Vanara Mukhyascha Ramena Klishtakarmana Yatharham Pujitaha Sarve Kamai Ratnaischa Pushkalaihi Prahrishta Manasah Sarve Jagmureva Yathagatam Tato Dvividamaindabhyam Nilaya Cha Parantapah Sarvan Kamagunan Vikshya Pradadau Vasudhadipah. Okay, so this is a continuation of the uh, gift that that is being given. So all the other vanaras who are assembled there are also given appropriate gifts, and Vibhishana is also provided appropriate gifts, and so all these people are extremely happy having received the gifts from Rama, because it's a mark of respect that Rama has given to these Vanaras for their assistance in the Yuddham. And so after that, the Vanara Senas and Vibhishana, they all returned back to their respective places. And one special mention is given to Neela. Neela, Dvivida Maindabhyam Neelaya. So Mainda and Neela, I think they are the two people who were instrumental in constructing that Setu, Rama Setu. So they have been also mentioned specially, that they were also given special gifts. Okay. Then दृष्ट्वा सर्वे महात्मानस्ततस्ते वानरषभाः विसृष्टाः पार्थिवेन्द्रेण किष्किन्धां समुपागमन् सुग्रीवो वानरश्रेष्ठो दृष्ट्वा रामाभिषेचनं पूजितश्चैव रामेण किष्किन्धां प्राविशत् पुरीं विभीषणोऽपि धर्मात्मा सह तैर्नैरृतर्षभैः लब्ध्वा कुलधनं राजा लङ्कां प्रायान् महायशाः. So this is the mention of how all these people go back to their respective places. So Vanaras and Sugriva go back to Kishkinda. Vibhishana returns to Lanka with all his parivara. Then Rajyamakhilam Shasan Nihatarir Mahayashaha Raghava Paramodaraha Shashasa Parayamuda Uvacha Lakshmanam Ramo Dharmagyam Dharmavatsalah Atishta Dharmagyam Ayam Sahemam Gam Purvarajyadhyushitam Balena Tulyam Mayatvam Pitrubhirdhritaya Tam Yauvarajye Dhuramudvahasva Sarvatmana Paryanuniyamano Yadana Saumitri Rupaiti Yogam Niyujyamano Bhuvi Yauvarajye Tatobhyashinchet Bharatam Mahatma. So after the Abhishekam is done, Rama becomes the king of Ayodhya, and he rules over Ayodhya in a very excellent manner. And sometime shortly thereafter, Rama tries to convince Lakshmana to become the Yuvaraja, that is the crown prince. But in spite of a lot of Rama trying to convince Lakshmana a lot, Lakshmana simply refuses to become the Yuvaraja. So Rama then nominates Bharata as the Yuvaraja. So Bharata becomes the crown prince, to rule Ayodhya after Rama. Paundarikashvamedhabhyam Vajapayena Chasakrit Anyaischa Vividhair Ayajat Parthivatmajah Rajyam Dasasahasrani Prapya Varshani Raghava Shatashvamedhenajahre Sadashwan Bhuri Dakshinan Ajanulambi Bahu Sa Mahavakshaha Pratapavan Lakshmananucharo Rama Shashasa Prithvi Mimam. So after taking over the kingdom and becoming the king, Rama performs a lot of yajnas, yagas, like Paundarikam, Ashwamedham, Vajapayam, and all those other yajnas. And in all these yajnas, Rama provides a lot of dakshina to all the brahmanas and other participants in these yajnas, because in any yajna, the grandeur of the yajna depends on how much dakshina is given to the brahmanas and other participants. So, and he performed 100 Ashwamedha yagas. That's what is mentioned here. Shatashwamedhenajahre Tadashwan Bhuri Dakshinan. Okay. Then it says here that Rama ruled over Ayodhya for 1100 years or something like that. So a lot of people interpret that as that he ruled for 11 years. That 100 is more like a decorative word. So when somebody says 1100 years, it's more like 11 years. That is the interpretation given. But the number mentioned here is Dasha Sahasrani, 10,000. Okay. Rajyam Dasha Sahasrani Prapya Varshani Raghava. In one more sloka later, it will be mentioned as 10,000 years and 100 or something. I'll come to the sloka, but the numbers are different. But essentially, we agree that he ruled over Ayodhya for 11 years. Okay, and Lakshmana was assisting him all these 11 years. Okay, so Raghavaschapi Dharmatma Prapya Rajyam Anuttamam Ije Bahuvidhair Yagnaihi Tasuhrujnyati Bandhavaha न पर्यदेवन विधवा नवा व्यालकृतं भयं न व्याधिजं भयं चासीत् रामे राज्यं प्रशासति निर्दस्युरभवल्लोको नानर्थं कश्चिदस्पृशत् न च स्म वृद्धा बालानां प्रेतकार्याणि कुर्वते सर्वं मुदितमेवासीत् सर्वो धर्मपरोऽभवत् राममेवानुपश्यन्तो नाभ्यहिंसन् परस्परम् आसन् वर्षसहस्राणि तथा पुत्रसहस्रिणः निरामया विशोकाश्च रामे राज्यं प्रशासति रामो राम रामयिति प्रजानां रामो राम राजयिति प्रजानाम् अभवन् कथाः रामभूतं जगदभूत् रामे राज्यं प्रशासति. Okay, so this is a description of how the people in the country experienced Rama's rule. Okay, and what was the kind of situation prevailing when Rama was ruling? You know, what we today call Ramarajya. So it's a brief description of Ramarajya here. So it says that there were no widows. That means, you know, the ladies were, the ladies had the fortune of having their husband for their entire lifetime. Nobody was widowed. Okay. Then, na vyalakritam bhayam. So, na vyadhijam bhayam. Vyalakritam bhayam is all kinds of external threats like animals and dacoits and all those. And vyadhijam, there were no diseases. So, the rule was free from diseases. Then, nirdastir abhaval loko. So, there were no enemies. So, Rama, when he was king, he did not have any enemies. So, he did not have to fight any battles. Okay. Nanartham kaschidasprishat. So there was no calamity or disaster or any such mishaps during his rule. Okay. Nachasma vriddha balanam pretakaryani kurvate. So this is there was no need for elders to perform the last rites of children. So that means the children did not die in an untimely manner, and people enjoyed a long life, and they died only when they were old enough to die. That is mentioned in the next line. Asan varsha sahasrani tatha putra sahasrinah. So the people lived a long life, they led a prosperous life, and they had a lot of children, and there was no poverty. When you have a lot of children, you have to feed the children and keep them in good condition. So even though they had a lot of children, there was no poverty. Okay. Niramaya Vishokascha Rame Rajyam Prashasati. So people were very happy, and they were all without any difficulties, and they were all praising Rama, and they were all having good thoughts of Rama all the time. Okay. Nityamula Nityaphalas Taravas Tatra Pushpitaha Kamavarshi cha Parjanya Sukhasparshascha Marutaha Brahmanaha Kshatriya Vaishyaha Shudra Lobha Vivarjitaha स्वकर्मसु प्रवर्तन्ते तुष्टाः स्वैरेव कर्मभिः आसन् प्रजा धर्मपरा रामे शासति नानृताः सर्वे लक्षणसम्पन्नाः सर्वे धर्मपरायणाः दशवर्षसहस्राणि दशवर्षशतानि च मातृभिः सहितः श्रीमान् रामो राज्यमकारयत्. Okay, so this is where the shloka says that he ruled for 1100 years. So that 1100 years is basically 11 years, as I said. Okay, so the nature also was very pleasant and favorable. All the trees were having flowers and fruits throughout the year. That's what it says. Nitya Mula, Nitya Phalas, Tarvastatra Pushpitaha. Okay, then Kamavarshi cha Parjanyaha. So there was no paucity of rain. It was raining in plenty. Okay, then all the sections of the society like Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra, they were all free from greed and avaricious feelings. That's because everybody had enough. So nobody wanted to amass more wealth. So everybody was happy with enough wealth, and they were pleased to let others have their share of wealth. And they were all focused on their respective duties. So nobody was trying to skip their duties. Swakarmasu pravartante, tushtaha swaireva karmabhihi. So everybody was happy performing their own respective duties, and they were satisfied. This tushti or tripti is a very important quality for a healthy society. And here it says that the people in Rama's kingdom were happy and satisfied, and I would say fulfilled. They had a fulfilled life. Okay. And yeah, भ्रातृभिः सहित श्रीमान रामो राज्यमकारयत् धर्म्यं यशस्यम् आयुष्यं राज्ञां च विजयावहम् आदिकाव्यमिदं चार्षं पुरा वाल्मीकिना कृतम्. So from this line onward, the Falashruti starts. So it says Rama administered the kingdom with the help of his brothers, and it was a very dharmic rule, and that period of Rama's rule was a very famous phase in the history of Ayodhya. Okay, Ragyam che Vijayavaham. So it was a victorious era of the Ayodhya kingdom. Okay, so from here 107 second line we will start the Falashruti. Adikavyam idam charsham pura Valmikina kritam yashrunoti sadaloke nara papat pramuchyate putra kamasya putranvai dhanakamo dhananicha labhate manujo loke shrutva ramabhishechanam. So it says here that whoever listens to the entire Ramayana, which was written by Valmiki, they are freed from all their papas or sins. Okay, and whoever wants children will get children, and whoever wants prosperity and money, they will get prosperity and money by listening to this story or by reading this story. Okay, labhate manujo loke shrutva ramabhishechanam. So even the hearing of the Rama Pattabhiskek Sarga will get these benefits. Mahim Vijayate Raja Ripunchap Adhitishtati. So if a king listens to this Sarga, he is going to win over his enemies, and he will have a victorious rule. Raghavena yatha mata Sumitra Lakshmanena cha Bharatena cha Kaikeyi Jeevaputras tatha striyah Bhavishyanti Sadanandaha Putra Pautra Samanvitaha Shrutva Ramayanamidam Dirghamayuscha Vindati. Okay, so people who listen to this this Sarga will have a happy family, exactly like how Kaikeyi, Sumitra, and Kausalya had a happy reunion with Rama and Lakshmana and Sita. Yeah. Right. Ramasya Vijayam Chemam Sarvamaklishta Karmanah Shnoti Idam Kavyam Pura Valmikina Kritam Shraddhadhano Vijitakrodho Durgan Yatitaratyasau Samagabhya Pravasante Ramante Saha Bandhavaihi Shrunvanti Idam Kavyam Pura Valmikina Kritam Te Prarthitan Varan Sarvan Praptuvantiha Raghavat. So it's again a reiteration of the previous shloka that whoever listens to this Sarga and this entire Ramayana will get whatever they want, and they will lead a very happy life thereafter. Vinayakascha Shamyanti Grihe Tishtanti Yasya Vai Vijayeta Mahim Raja Pravasi Swastiman Bhavete. So the kings who listen to this shloka will have a very strong ability to rule their country. Then Striyo Rajaswalaha Shrutva Putran Suyuranuttaman Pujayanscha Patanschainam Itihasam Puratanam Sarvapapaihi Pramuchyeta Dirghamayu Ravapniyat. So this is again a repetition of the previous line that the reading of this Sarga and Ramayana will get one's papa, you can get rid of your papams, your sins. Pranamya Shirasa Nityam Shrotavyam Kshatriye Dvijat Aishwaryam Putralabhascha Bhavishyati Samshaya. So if the kings and kshatriyas want to listen, they have to hear this from a brahmana, and that listening to this Ramayana will get them prosperity and good progeny, putra labha. Okay, Ramayana vidam kritshnam shrinvatah patata sada priyate satadam ramah sahi vishnuhu sanatanaha. So this is a kind of an injunction. It says this Ramayana has to be read regularly, and by reading this Ramayana, Rama is pleased, and Rama is none other than Vishnu. Priyate satatam Ramah sahi Vishnuhu sanatanaha. So Rama is none other than Vishnu. Okay. Adidevo Mahabahur Harinarayana Prabhu Sakshat Ramo Raghusreshtah Shesho Lakshmana Uchyate. So again a repetition here that Rama is none other than Narayana and Lakshmana is none other than the Shesha Naga. Evametat Puravrittam Akyanam Bhadramastavah Pravyaharta Visrabdham Balam Vishnoho Pravardhatam. So by reading this Ramayana, we are strengthening the grace of Vishnu towards us. Balam Vishnoho Pravardhatam means the grace of Vishnu coming towards us will improve. Okay. Then Devascha Sarve Tushyanti Grahanat Shravanat Tatha Ramayanasya Shravane Tripyanti Pitaraha Sada. So even the Devas will be pleased if we read the Ramayana regularly, and even our Pitrus, our forefathers, will also be pleased. Bhaktya Ramasya Yechemam Samhitam Rishina Kritam Ye Likhanti Hacha Narastesham Vasas Trivishtape. Okay, Bhaktya Ramasya Yechemam Samhitam Rishina Kritam Ye Likhanti Hacha Narastesham Vasas Trivishtape. So if you manage to write the whole Ramayana, with your hand, then this person who manages to do that will get a very high position in life. Vasas Trivishtape means he will go to a very high station. Kutumba Vriddhim, Dhanadhanya Vriddhim, Striyascha Mukhyaha, Sukhamuttamam cha, Shrutva Shubham Kavyamidam Mahartham, Prapnoti Sarvam Bhuvi Chartha Siddhim. Ayushyam Arogyakaram, Yashasyam, Saubhratrikam, Buddhikaram Shubham cha, Shrotavyametan Niyamena Sadbhihi, Akhyana Mojas Kara Mridhikamaihi. So these are the two final shlokas in this sarga. So the family will prosper, the monetary material wealth and prosperity will improve, then the ladies of the family and the important people in the family will be happy, then all appropriate desires will be fulfilled, then one can have a long life, then one can also become popular and prominent and famous in the society, then the brothers will live together without fighting among themselves, then it will also improve one's intellectual ability, and so on and so on and so on. So there is an unending list of benefits that the reading of this sargam and this whole Ramayanam will provide to the reader and even to people who listen to that sarga and Ramayana. Okay. Ityarshe Srimad Ramayane Valmikiye Adikavye Yuddhakande Ashtavimshat Adhika Shatatama Sargaha. Okay. Now I'll chant the closing shlokas. Evametat Puravrittam Akyanam Bhadramastavah Pravyahartha Visrabdham Balam Vishnoho Pravardhatam Labhastesham Jayastesham Kutastesham Parabhavah Yesham Indivarashyamo Hridaye Supratishthitah Kale Varshatu Parjaniha Prithvi Sasyashalini Deshoyam Shobharahito Brahmanaha Santu Nirbhayaha Kaveri Vardhatam Kale Varshatu Vasavah Sri Ranganatho Jayatu Sri Ranga Srischa Vardhatam Swasti Prajabhya Paripalayantam Nyayena Margyena Mahim Mahisha Go Brahmanebhya Shubhamastu Nityam Loka Samastaha Tukhino Bhavantu Mangalam Kosalendraya Mahaniye Gunabdaye Chakravarti Tanujaya Sarvabhomaya Mangalam Veda Vedanta Vedyaya Meghashyamala Murtiye पुंसां मोहनरूपाय पुण्यश्लोकाय मङ्गलं विश्वामित्रान्तरङ्गाय मिथिलानगरीपतेः भाग्यानां परिपाकाय भव्यरूपाय मङ्गलं पितृभक्ताय सततं भ्रातृभिः सह सीतया नन्दिताखिललोकाय रामभद्राय मङ्गलं त्यक्तसाकेतवासाय चित्रकूटविहारिणे सेव्याय सर्वयमीनां धीरोदाराय मङ्गलं सौमित्रिणा च जानक्या चापबाणातिधारिणे संसेव्याय सदा भक्त्या स्वामिने मम मङ्गलं दण्डकारण्यवासाय खण्डितामरशत्रवे गृध्रराजाय भक्ताय मुक्तिदायास्तु मङ्गलं सादरं शबरीदत्त फलमूलाभिलाषिणे सौलभ्य परिपूर्णाय तत्त्वोद्रिक्ताय मङ्गलं हनुमत्समवेताय हरीशाभीष्टदायिने वालिप्रमथनायास्तु महाधीराय मङ्गलं श्रीमते रघुवीराय सेतुल्लङ्घित सिन्धवे दितराक्षसराजाय रणधीराय मङ्गलम् आसाद्य नगरीं दिव्याम् अभिषिक्ताय सीतया राजाधिराजराजाय रामभद्राय मङ्गलम् मङ्गलाशासनपरैर्मदाचार्य पुरोगमैः सर्वैश्च पूर्वैराचार्यैर्सत्कृतायास्तु मङ्गलम्. Okay, that is the end of the Ramayana Sarga.
Many thanks. Many thanks.
Thank you so much. Yeah, so somebody raised a hand.
We are indeed
Is there a question?
Indeed blessed on a day of Ram Navami to hear this. And from the past 1 hour, you are explaining, you are chanting, and hats off to your energy, hats off to your knowledge, really. Madhavi, you have a question?
नाही चुकून झालं, सॉरी.
बरोबर. Any questions, any reactions, any feedback?
I hope it was not very fast.
No, it wasn't.
No, it was perfect.
Okay. Good.
No questions?
So, yeah, I don't expect any questions because, it was just a chanting session and, unless there is something that I gave in the explanation part which triggered somebody's curiosity, I don't expect any questions. So once again, thank you very much for, giving me this golden opportunity to present Pattabhiskek Sargam. And, as I had already spoken to Mrinalini ji 2 days back, I'm also seeing that this group has a lot of people interested in Vedanta and spirituality. So if there is an opportunity for me to give a few talks or Q&A sessions on Vedanta, spirituality and related topics, I'll be more than happy to come online even on a regular basis if required. And I'm living in Frankfurt, so I can come to Karlsruhe for a face-to-face session also. Incidentally, I'll be in Karlsruhe on the 6th July weekend, and so that could give us an opportunity to actually meet in person if people are interested. I'm just giving you an advance notice so that if you plan something around that weekend, I can meet all of you and we can have some kind of an event if you want.
Okay, sure. Okay.
6th July.
6th July.
3 months. Yeah.
Sure. I'll just ask in the group who is available, because we are right now spread across. Friend is in Sweden. One has logged in from UK, and we all are spread over Germany. So in Karlsruhe, I think it's just 2 or 3 of us.
Okay. I thought a lot of you were in Karlsruhe, but if that is the case, then maybe we'll do only the virtual sessions on.
Yeah, online session would work well with all of us. Yes,
definitely.
Thank you so much. Thank you again. Indeed, it was a very, very good experience. And we will definitely get in touch again, Vasudev.
Sure.
So
thank you.
Thank you. Wish you a nice
Namaste.
evening ahead.
Good night. Namaste.
Thank you
Good
very much. Good night. Thank you.
Okay, so
Good night.
आपला आज 9 दिवसाचा कार्यक्रम संपन्न झालेला आहे. धन्यवाद सगळ्यांना. I hope there was a few teachings, takeaways आणि नव्या जोमाने पुढचं हे दुसरं वर्ष आता आपण अजून काहीतरी वेगळे सेशन म्हणा किंवा विवेचन किंवा आता जसे त्यांनी ऑफर केलंय की ही कॅन ऑल्सो give us some more information about Vedanta or whatever, Bhagavad Gita. There are so many options.
मृणालिनी, तू जे शेअर करत होतीस ना, जे ऑनलाईन व्हर्जन होतं,
हम्म.
फॉलो करण्याचा प्रयत्न केला, पण आय थिंक त्याच्यात काही डिफरन्सेस आहेत. म्हणजे ते
हो
जे
हो ते असणारच,
हो, हो,
कारण
हो.
रिटर्न
तेच.
आणि ऑनलाईन इट इज
हो,
ऑलवेज
हो.
डिफरंट.
हो हो, पुस्तकात आय गेस डिफरंट असेल.
करेक्ट. प्रिंट मध्ये त्यांच्याकडे वेगळं होतं.
हम्म.
So,
तू जे त्याच्या आधीचे फोटोज तू हे केलेले होतेस ना, म्हणजे
हम्म.
जेपेक्स, ते आणि त्यांचं हे मॅच होत होतं.
मॅच होतं का?
करेक्ट. ते
हा.
मी ते follow
पुस्तकाचेच
करत होते. हा.
फोटोज होते. ते
हा.
पुस्तकाचेच फोटोज होते.
हा,
And I
ते
was
मी
not
फॉलो
sure
करत
की
होते
ते
आणि
कसे
ते
दिसतंय.
व्यवस्थित हे होत होतं. हा.
Okay. जान्हवी, तू हँड रेस केलास?
हो, मला तुला आणि आपल्या ग्रुपला थँक्यू म्हणायचंय, स्पेशली तुला, की तू खूप एवढं छान अरेंज करतेस. हे खूप ऍक्च्युली तसं डिफिकल्ट आहे सगळं मॅनेज करणं, अरेंज करणं, आणि तुझ्यामुळे आमचंही होतं. सो थँक्यू सो मच तुला स्पेशली, आणि आपल्या ग्रुपला पण थँक्यू, की ज्यांनी ज्यांनी काय काय सादर केलं, सांगितलं, कुठून जी जी माहिती मिळते ते सगळेजण सांगतात, आपले अनुभव
हम्म.
शेअर करतात. सो हे खूप छान फिलिंग होतं. 9 दिवस मी सगळे दिवस नाही अटेंड करू शकले, पण जेवढं केलं तेवढं खूप छान वाटलं. सो सगळ्यांना खूप धन्यवाद.
थँक्यू. थँक्यू. मालती, you have raised your hand.
Yes. I also wanted to thank Mrinalini and the entire group for giving us this opportunity to share a little bit about Rama and his journey. So thank you so much, Mrinalini, once again for
Thank you. Thank you for
also
being
And
there, a part
we are
of this session. Yeah.
the
we are
patient hearing
thankful for
also. Sorry.
we are thankful for giving wonderful sessions, two
Thank-
wonderful sessions. We
Thank you.
enjoyed. Yes.
Definitely.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Okay. Have a lovely today. I mean, wishing you all happy Ramanavami.
Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you.
Yes.
So much. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye
Bye-bye.
bye.
Thank you.
And see you
Bye-bye.
later at another.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Good night. Okay. Shubharatri.
शुभरात्री.
पुढच्या
शुभरात्री.
आठवड्यात.
थँक्यू.
शुभरात्री. धन्यवाद.